We love music. You are locked into Six Towns Radio.
The City, that is the 1975. Going over to the telephone line right now. As promised, we've got Matt on the phone. How are you doing, mate? You okay?
Hi, mate. Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm brilliant. We have been loving your work at Six Towns Radio. We just love both of the EPs. They've had so much airplay. Sex has been record of the week back in early November. I just want to thank you, first of all.
Oh, thank you, man. That's really sweet. It's it's really humbling that people are really getting into it. So I really appreciate it. Thank you, mate. Thanks for all the support and that.
Yeah, it was just ready-made anthems. As soon as I heard The City and some of the other tracks you were sent, you just know they were good radio tracks straight away.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and the current EP, which was out in November, is called Sex. And I suppose sex sells, doesn't it?
It seems to do so, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people have really connected with that track because I think it's quite an honest song. I mean, the idea came around when I was about 19 for that track, and it kind of has been under development for a while. So yeah, people seem to really like it, and there's quite a whole kind of sexualized vibe throughout the whole record. People like sex, don't they?
Oh yeah, that's it, and they can relate to it in so many ways.
Exactly.
I've seen that it's had like 100,000 YouTube hits and SoundCloud hits, but that's not going to make you any money, is it?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we kind of got used to being in really underground bands, so
yeah.
The fact that people are really kind of paying a lot of attention at the moment is really, really nice. We can't really worry about the money, but yeah, hopefully, eventually.
Well, that's it. You've been in the studio, haven't you, for the last couple of months, recording the album?
Yeah, it was amazing, man. I mean, we've been in the studio pretty much for like a year. I mean, we produced the Face Down and the Sex EPs ourselves, so we did them at home and in my bedroom pretty much. But the album was kind of a real step up production-wise. So we went in for a co-production with Mike Crossy, who produced like Foals and Arctic Monkeys and Jake Bugg and stuff like that, just because we wanted to take what we were doing to kind of more sonically grandeur place, I suppose. So yeah, it was a really, really fun experience. It was like 6 weeks locked away in Liverpool, and as soon as we finish this tour now, we're gonna go back and finish it off. But
yeah,
it was a wonderful experience. Yeah.
It must be amazing to hear the songs that you've played and loved actually, produced to a different level.
Yeah, it was really refreshing. I mean, the thing that I think I enjoyed the most about that is that because it's like the album is very different to our EPs. Our EPs were kind of lead tracks with tracks surrounding them, trying to kind of express maybe like who we are a little bit. Whereas the album is 14 songs. It's like very straight up, and it's a big, quite ambitious album. And we'd lived with a lot of the demos of those tracks for a while, so it was really, really nice to kind of put them to bed almost, and try and get them perfect. So yeah, it was wonderful. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, has the album got a name?
Yeah.
But you're not going to tell me.
What it is.
I knew that was the next bit. You're not going to tell you.
I'll tell you when we put the phone down.
Okay, I won't tell you one. You've been on tour. That's been nice to get you out here and to play over the country. Hull tonight. How's it been so far?
Yeah, it's been amazing. We played Leeds on the first night, which was great. I mean, that was the first time we'd ever played a headline show, let alone gone out on a headline tour. So it was quite an experience, but everyone was lovely to us and we really enjoyed it. And then we played Glasgow last night and it was just an absolute riot. And it was awesome. And I think we wanted to, because our EPs have been very production based and there's a lot going on in there, kind of sonically, we wanted the live shows, especially this tour, to just be really raw and really live. So that's kind of how it went. And I just, I emerged from the crowd with a blood-covered face last night after the last song, which was fun. So yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah, and I heard you got to Glasgow and you didn't have time to do a sound check. It was just bang straight on.
Yeah, the van blew up halfway in Preston on the way down yesterday, so we spent like 5 hours at Botany Bay. You know that place?
Yes.
It's quite nice, like a shopping centre. So we were in there with all the old people in Sicilian, and we had like ice cream and that, and then the van eventually got picked up, so we rented a van, rented a car, and then drove to Glasgow as quickly as we could, and then got all our stuff in when the room was already full, let the other bands play, and then we just had a quick line check before we went on, kind of festival style, and played the show. And you know what? I think it just turned out to be better because of that. it just, the whole day was quite loose, and it was the same with the show, and everyone kind of really enjoyed it, so it was wicked.
Yeah, and then a homecoming gig tomorrow night, that's going to be massive for you in Manchester.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. Cannot wait to play Manchester. We've supported, obviously, loads of bands when we were in different bands over the years, but Manchester's it's our home, man, and the fact that it's sold out tomorrow night, and there's going to be a lot of our friends there, and there's going to be a lot of people who have come to see us, and I'm really, really excited. I'm really excited about every night because, I mean, you know, it's always a different experience every time you go and play somewhere, a different city. So yeah, the whole touring thing, I'm really into it at the moment.
Yeah, there's a band from Stoke. I don't know if you've heard of a band called All the Young.
We toured with them in February.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure you toured together, didn't you? That was what I was thinking, but I wasn't
100%. Yeah, when we first started out in 1975, like we've got we share similar people in the industry, and we wanted a band to go out with and kind of cut our teeth a little bit before we started kind of pushing anything into 1975. And All the Young were very happy to take us out, and they were lovely guys, and yeah, it was really fun. That was back in February. So yeah, I know them very well. They're Stoke-based boys, aren't they? They're from Stoke.
Yeah, that's where we're based, in Stoke, yeah.
Oh, that's where you're based, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so yeah, no, really nice guys, really cool band. Yeah, I really like them.
Yeah, they were up there in Manchester, and I think, I don't know what date it was of the tour, but you mentioned you got bloody. The drummer punched the cymbal and cut his hand. I think it was last night. So
yeah, he did. yeah, I think he did. There was a lot of blood and lipstick and tears last night. It was really, really, really good fun.
Must have been something about a
so yeah, I loved it. Yeah, well, my guitar broke. We've got a song called You, and then towards the end of it, my guitar broke. So I made the decision of, well, do I kind of play my guitar that's not on, or do I throw it on the floor and jump in the crowd? So I went for the latter. And then kind of, I think some lad was trying to be really affectionate with me, but inadvertently punched me square in the mouth. And yeah, so I totally burst my lip. But it was cool. That's what those kind of shows are about, you know.
Yeah, you've got to have a bit of debauchery, rock and roll in there somewhere. And I bet there's both.
Yeah, otherwise it's just pointless.
Yeah. So it's coming up to Christmas. You've got a couple of dates left of this tour. What are your plans for actual Christmas? Are you going to chill out for a bit?
I wish I could, but we've got another EP to do, you know, like we've got another EP coming out in January, and like I said, me and George produced the whole thing, so we've done the first track, the track off the EP. The next single is going to be one of the songs off the album, so we're just got to get another EP finished and sorted, and then we go on tour again in January, and then we're touring Europe in February, and so Christmas is, I get to see my family a little bit, but apart from that, it's going to be kind of just working. Well, it's not working though, is it? It's just making records. It's not really work.
It's doing what you love, isn't it? That's what it is.
Totally, man. I mean, I hate that I've actually said that, like, just working. I wouldn't actually be doing anything else if you gave me a choice. So, but nowadays, I'm kind of, obviously, when you're in a sound band, you've got certain things to do. But I'm just really looking forward to putting the next EP out and to kind of have those 3 EPs as a foundation for our debut.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it as well. I've been a big fan of your work this year, and it's difficult, you know, because I get sent that much music and have to wade through so many songs, but when one song comes on, you think, whoa, and then you look forward to the next one, and that's what it was with you guys. I just really have embraced it this year, and it's been in my car.
Oh, wicked, man.
Have we lost you? Are you still there?
Sorry, I'm at a service station. This guy just nearly ran into me.
Oh.
He knocked me out with his car. Sorry. Did you ask me something?
No. What I said, I was just saying that, you know, everyone's been listening to you in the office here because I've made him. But
oh, thanks so much. That's really nice. Because I know people like in your position are obliged to listen to certain things. But it's really, really nice when people like yourself, obviously, who work in music, kind of listen to it just for themselves. That's really nice to hear.
Yeah, and I'd like to see you in Stoke. That'd be brilliant one day. You know what I mean? Make sure you can get on the next tour.
We're playing Stoke in January.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, we're going on tour in January. We're going to play everywhere. So I'm sure we're playing like Sugar Mill or somewhere like that.
Well, that'd be good if you were.
Is that venue in Stoke? Is that what
it's
called?
The Sugar Mill's just up the road from here. Yeah, in Stoke. Good venue. Yeah.
Well, I think it's somewhere like that.
Yeah, well, I'll look forward to it. I'll definitely be there, and we'll drag a few people from the radio. We're going to play Sex right now. Would you introduce it for the listeners, please?
Yeah, totally. What do you want me to do? Like, properly, like like I'm like you, like I'm on the radio.
That'd be good, yeah. Why not? Why not?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Six Towns Radio. What's the time?
It is.
What's the time now?
26 minutes past 3.
It's coming up to 3:30, and up next is the 1975 with Sex.
It is indeed. Thank you. Yeah, that was brilliant, Matt. Cheers for the chat, mate. Fantastic.
Cheers, man.
You take care.